welcome back to the Closet Historian. Today I wanted to do a sort of first impression / mini review of the new styles of shoes I got from Royal Vintage Shoes in their fall 2018 pre-order, their Spice It Up collection, their fall collection for this year. I did end up getting two different styles. Technically I got one of them in two different colors, however, so I did get 3 pairs of shoes from that collection, which I know is quite an investment. They are a steeper price shoe because they are a nicer quality shoe and they're extremely well researched, and you're supporting a great small business. As I've said before, I kind of evangelize for Royal Vintage Shoes. I really like them and the brand in general, but I wanted to give you guys my honest opinion. Still, I'm not being paid by them or anything like that, not sponsored, but I just wanted to show you guys the shoes that I got in more detail. So if you are on the fence about them or thinking about saving up for a pair, one of the pairs that I got, then I can show them to you in more detail and you can decide perhaps if they're the right fit for you and your wardrobe. So of course, whenever a new collection from Royal Vintage is previewed or the pre-order starts to be talking about, I of course get excited. I do save up throughout the year knowing that these collections are going to be, the pre-orders are going to be opened and the collections will be released. I look forward to the 2 collections a year from Royal Vintage Shoes. I hope that they, as a company, can continue to grow so that they can release even more styles and different colors of styles and things like that. But this year I was excited to see a evening shoe in the lineup. It's another 1940s shoe collection, which is great for me because that is a style that, of course, I spend a lot of time in 1940s clothes. It's easier to find silver and gold sort of retro style evening shoes. A lot of brands do silver, gold, or like a glittery kind of finish, but I wanted something a little bit more, I don't want to say practical, but kind of practical. Not that these aren't very pretty in their own way as well as being practical, but these are the Zella from the latest Royal Vintage 2018 collection here. And these ones are in black satin. They have a tiny peep toe, which is much preferred. I do not like a big peep toe at all, especially because I have like larger feet and we don't need to like be drawing attention to my toes. I don't know. I think it's weird. So these have a nice, very authentic, small 1940s peep toe. They are in a black satin with a leather lining. Then they have a duo sort of strap here. I do wish that this strap had been set like a little bit apart here, just because it's right next to each other, which means like I have kind of a high arch. On my foot, the straps kind of just sit together and look like one strap from far away. So I feel like if it was set a little bit apart down here, it would separate better, but maybe that's just something I need to finagle with buckling them a little bit differently. There are the 2 buckles up here, and these just cross over the foot. It's a 3-inch heel here in the back, very stable heel. The thing I love about Royal Vintage Shoes is how stable the heel is. On a lot of modern shoes, you will see the heel kind of like almost like sticks straight down, or even like it's just a weird angle that they put heels on these days. And the nice thing about Royal Vintage Shoes is they have the truly balanced heel. So the heel is like right under where you're like holding your weight, and it's more comfortable and it just feels more stable on the foot. Not that I'm not used to wearing heels or anything, I am, but I just feel like Royal Vintage does it better, to be honest. I evangelize for this brand. I love them, so get used to that. But these are the Zellas in black satin. They also do come in cranberry colored satin, which I haven't seen in person, but I'm sure is just as stunning. Black, of course, matches nearly everything, and especially in my wardrobe, I have a lot of black, so I knew black would work well for me, especially as an evening shoe. And I'm really excited about these. I'm super happy to have a black evening satin shoe in my collection again, finally. I did have a pair of black Orsay like sandal mules almost a really long time ago, back in like high school, and I wore them to death with like all evening wear. So I'm super excited to have a pair of black satin shoes in my collection again, and I was just super pleased when these were announced. I have actually worn these ones out already. I wore them downtown in Denver for a little bit, and they were super comfortable and held up really well. They don't even look like I've worn them yet. It's a rubber sole on here as well, which is nice for non-skid purposes, of course. So not slippery or anything at all. If you were planning on using these for dancing, you might want to have to get like a suede sole or something, or a dance sole put on these shoes. But usually it's the other way around. Usually the only satin evening shoes us retro gals get are dance shoes, and we have to have real soles put on them. So it's actually nice to have an actual, like a street shoe that you can wear that is not just for dancing. You're not going to be slipping and sliding everywhere. As someone who personally does not dance, I can't tell you if you can dance the night away in these. I don't know if that would be comfortable because I just don't dance. But for walking and stepping around, they were just fine. The second style I picked up from this last Spice It Up collection were the Alices, which are these lace-up front, sort of cut-out front, lace-up Oxford shoes. I did get them in this. This is the carnelian red, and then also in black suede. They come in one additional color, a sort of medium brown, nutmeggy kind of color that looks gorgeous, and I would love to add that third color to my collection too, but the bank account is already suffering after all these. And the Alice's again have the 3-inch 1940s sort of wider stable heel on the bottom of them. Again, are going to have that same kind of balance that they put in with all of their heels. Super nice, makes them more comfortable for sure, and just more stable footed. Then again, we have the non-slip rubber sole on these with the sort of Royal Vintage deco print in it and the little Royal Vintage crown. You can see I am a size 10, or maybe you can't, but I am a size 10, so I have larger feet. I'm sure these look even cuter in a size 7. But I have big feet, sadly, and I'm not even very tall to make up for that, which is a shame. I'm only 5'5". But anyway, back to the shoes. I am going to be spraying these with some leather protectant before I take them out in any sort of inclement weather, because I do want to preserve this nice suede finish they have. This one is the carnelian shade again, and this is something I was very confused about when I was ordering them. I ordered them knowing that whatever color they ended up being, I would be pleased, because anything on the spectrum of red to orange I was going to like. But different pictures online seem to show these in different sort of colors. So they looked a little bit kind of coral in some photos, like a coral kind of brick color. And then I saw a video of them that looked quite actually orange leaning and almost like it was like a rusty orange color, which if these came in burnt orange next year, I wouldn't be bummed. They're very red. If you're wondering, they're definitely red. They are a warm leaning, sort of brick toned red. But they're red. They'll match the rest of your red accessories. They will go great in a winter wardrobe, a fall winter wardrobe, where often you can use, well, I guess red's a good accent color year round for us vintage gals, but these are red. So if you were wondering, like I was, they're red. And like I said, I also did get these Alice's in black as well. It's really hard to see on camera here what they look like. They do have like a cute little scalloped edge up here at the very top of the lace-up section as well. Then they lace up here in the front, and then the cutouts are little triangles actually, which is just super, I mean, it's a very, very cute design, and very, like, this would work for like kind of goth style as well. Just super cute shoe. I mean, I knew I was getting the black, and I actually ordered these black, the Alice's in black suede and the Zella's in the black as my first order, and then I saved up a little bit more cash and was able to get the carnelian ones as well. But initially I knew, even though the other colors were so pretty, that the black was going to be the most practical for me in my wardrobe, and a shoe like this is going to look so good with 1940s suiting and dresses for fall and winter, so had to have them. Super, super cute. I will include some close-up footage of these shoes and as well as them on my feet, so you guys can see what they look like on and being stepped around a little bit with. And I just think they're another great collection from Royal Vintage Shoes. I, of course, I was unable to pick up the other shoes that they released this time. I do really want to get my hands on the Aspen booties that they released. They look like a 1940s snow overshoe, but they're actually like a fully functioning boot. They're super cute, but I just couldn't, I just knew I would wear these other styles more, and so I knew for the money I wanted to invest in something I would get more wear out of. Because in the wintertime, as nice as it would be to have really cute 1940s, 50s appropriate snow booties, I just don't leave the house that much when it's that cold. So they're just a little bit less practical for me in some ways. I couldn't really justify the additional cost at this time. I do kind of want to ask for them for Christmas. We'll see if they still have any in stock by then, because I know they are selling out like hotcakes. So if those are something you are interested in, I would go get yourself a pair now before they're gone, because rumor has it they're flying off the shelves. So I may not actually get my hands on a pair of those, but they are super adorable as well. The sister brand for Royal Vintage, American Duchess, are also releasing a new collection this fall, and the pre-order for that actually has closed already as well. But they do have a couple of Edwardian/20s shoes that I feel like will work for the 20s and the 30s, really. Really gorgeous, beautiful, again, elegant heels on these shoes that they're coming out with. So if you are interested in more 1920s or Edwardian styles, or even earlier styles, go check out American Duchess's new lineup that they're coming out with in a couple of weeks here. I'm really excited. I ordered the Theta shoe that they have coming out. I'll put a photo here. They're coming out with this in ivory and in black, and of course, again, I ordered the black, but I would like to get my hands on the ivory maybe in spring, hopefully, if I, again, can find all these pennies. I need to like go under cushions, my car, and just somehow raise a bunch of money to buy all these shoes. It's a problem, you guys. I love shoes. I love accessories. If you're on this channel often, you know that I'm an accessory lover. So American Duchess and Royal Vintage Shoes are right up my alley, and I've never been disappointed with an order from them. So you guys go ahead and go check out their website if you're interested in vintage shoes like this. I just think they're worth saving up for. I know they are a pricier shoe. They're pricier than some other retro brands like, say, Beige or Chelsea Crew, which I also like, but they're just not at the same comfort or quality level really as American Duchess and Royal Vintage shoes are, or even Remix shoes as well is another brand that's really great. So if you're in the market for vintage shoes and you want to add something truly quality to your wardrobe that's going to last you a long time if you take care of them, then Royal Vintage and Remix are really the way to go. So feel free to check out the links to both of those different shoe companies in the description box below. Again, I'm not sponsored by either of them, but if they want to start sending me free shoes, feel free. I'll keep talking about them without such things, though, so they know that it's not the best way to spend their marketing budget now, is it? So thank you all for tuning in today to listen to me ramble on about shoes once more, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.